Hi guys, it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Garden. It is a beautiful day here. It is sunny, so I thought it was the perfect time to walk around the gardens and let you know what my plans are or what I hope to get accomplished this year in 2024. So first, I should mention that it is February 12th and it is 41 degrees. Look at the sun shining on my house. It is stunning and warm today and gorgeous, but guess what's coming tonight? 1 foot, 12 inches of snow. So I thought today would be the perfect opportunity to get out here and show you my garden in the middle of the winter and just discuss what we're going to do, as I said in my opening. So here's the front of my house. I don't know if you guys saw my video, but all along the front of this fence here, I planted lots of bulbs. I planted grape hyacinth, I planted narcissus and tulips. I don't think that these have been annihilated too bad by the squirrels, the tulips. They did get my grape hyacinths, as you can tell. Oh, my shadow. You guys, I have this new gimbal. I don't know how to use it, but I'm trying. But there is the grape hyacinths. They didn't get these too bad. Let's see. Down here further, they've gotten eaten. So a lot of the things we're gonna do in the garden this year, see how they're eaten, are going to be to eliminate the bunnies annihilating my gardens. So the first step is right over here on the west side of my house. You can see it's open to the backyard. We are going to have a fence put in. I really wanted to do a wooden fence, but we already have this vinyl fence out here in front. So I believe we're going to go with vinyl. We are in a historic district and there's very strict rules. You can't have like different kinds of fence. So I'm going to put a vinyl fence with an arbor there. I already ordered something special for the arbor, which I will share with you in the upcoming video. And also on the other side of the house, on the other side of the garage, we're also going to have a low picket style vinyl fence that has a gate in it. I don't know if I will get to this year, but one of my goals for this west side is I'm going to make this whole west side a garden. What I hope to do is after you go through the garden trellis, I'll have some sort of pathway with some kind of big round feature in the center, like a big circle. And then I'll either have 4 separate beds with plantings or just 2 on each side. But it's going to be like a meandering path with some kind of central feature. Okay, so all of this side over here, I am going to clean up. I don't know what we're going to do. The property line is somewhere along that brush line. So this is a huge project. Anyway, so this is the west side. I don't know if we'll complete this project. I'd like to get it started at the very least, at least the pathway. We'll see. So the other thing we're going to do, besides the vinyl fence, we're going to put some kind of fence all the way around our property. It's probably going to be more on the lines of something like I have in my garden. I'll show you. With the T-posts and like the green metal fence like that. That fence virtually disappears when it's covered with brush, so you won't see it. I know it's ugly. It's just not in the budget to completely fence the entire yard in. So we're going to try to use something like that, T-post. I'm having the vinyl fence professionally installed. I don't want to take that on, but Mr. Hubby and I are going to do the rest of the fencing all the way around the yard. That's one big project. The other big project is back here in my herbaceous perennial bed. You guys all heard me complaining about bunny gate. So that's part of the reason why we're doing the fence, but also I need drip out here. So that's another big project. I'm going to drip this entire stretch. I don't have any of the supplies yet, but that is one of the projects we are going to do, or I'm going to do this year. And over here, my plans, I probably won't get to that this year, but over here on the west side of my perennial bed, which gets a lot of shade, I would like to put some kind of, I don't know, secret garden, archway, something that will draw you into the space. And it's going to be mostly like a shade garden. I know it's very sunny right now. Once this gorgeous tree fills out, down here is mostly shade. So I would like to do some kind of secret garden, have a bench, lots of hosta, still be bleeding hearts, whatever, make it just like a little place you want to go to. And I think a gate or some kind of entryway here will draw you in. Also, this is where I have my compost heap, so I want to build another third compost bin. Obviously, this one needs some work. The other thing I want to do out here is I need some height in my garden. I already talked to Mr. Hubby about the two of us building some like obelisk or something. We need height. So that's another project. Also, I don't like the way this shed just looks like a blank slate. I did plant some foxgloves and hollyhocks and delphiniums to try to give it some height in front of the shed, but you know, bunny gate. Bunny gate, bunny gate, bunny gate. I will try again with plants, but I do think I want to do something climbing. Have some kind of trellis, even if it's on this side. The problem is I really would love to do roses, but this is where we access my water. This is where my hose link goes, and I don't want to have to be squeezing by a rose and getting scratched. So I'm not sure about that yet, but I would like to add some kind of adornment to this shed because I don't know, it's just like a big blank space kind of staring you right in the face. And I just want to soften all those lines. And turning back towards the patio, you can see last year Mr. Hubby put up these string lights, which are so awesome when we're entertaining, but we have them on these very skinny poles. See the poles, and they're just not what we want. We did it because it was the middle of summer. We were having a party. We just wanted to get them up. So this year we plan on beefing those poles up, putting some kind of thick, more sturdy, more substantial, more elevated type of pole for our string lights. And one more thing I'm thinking about doing. Now, will I get all this stuff done? Probably not, but this is what I would like to get done. I have these 2 cut flower beds in front of my garden. I ordered so many dahlias and I'm growing so many flowers. I think I'm gonna put a couple more raised beds right along the front of this. But I have to only put low things because I don't wanna block my garden. So obviously not much is happening in the vegetable garden, but I'll take you through and give you a look and talk about what I hope to achieve here. My rose is doing amazing. I put that rose in as a small little rose last season, and look, it's probably like a foot from the top of the trellis. I'm still learning how to weave it in and out so we get more blooms. I'm working on that. This year in the garden, I'm thinking abundance. I already don't have enough room because I'm growing so many flowers. One thing that's interesting here, as you can see, my ranunculus is coming up. It will probably get totally killed tonight with the foot of snow on it. My garlic is coming up. It's not great. The garlic cloves I had were really small to start with, so I don't have great expectations for those. As a matter of fact, if they don't improve, I'm gonna pull them and just do it again next year. I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna grow brassicas in my hoop house or not. I'm still thinking about that. And then over here, I did try for the first time some winter sowing. So I just have a few jugs. I believe I have 2 types of echinacea. I have foxglove, alyssum, and what else did I have here? Snapdragons maybe? I can't remember. I'll write it on the bottom of the screen. But overall, in my garden, I'm thinking abundance. Last year, I did not use all my space as well as I could have. So this year, I really want to load it up. So thank you for coming along on this mid-February walkabout in my garden to talk about what my plans are for this upcoming gardening season. What do you think of my plans? Do I have too much on my plate? Probably. Because on top of all the projects I mentioned, I still have to take care of all my flowers, all my vegetable gardens, and you know down the Cape, we have so much company every weekend, so time is of essence. So are you guys going to be experiencing the storm is coming up? I'll try to include some video of the storm at the end of this video so you can see actually what we end up having. What you have to remember is on the Cape, we have a different climate than the rest of Massachusetts. It's very unique. We are surrounded by water on 3 sides. Essentially, we are just a little spit of sandbar that sticks out from Massachusetts. So the rest of the Massachusetts is zone 5 or zone 6, and we are here where I live is 7B. So quite a difference. Also, the ocean effect, because we have the ocean near us, it does stay a little warmer. So even if we do get the foot of snow that is predicted, it will probably melt pretty quickly, much more quick than if we're in the mainland of Massachusetts. Also, we are supposed to get 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that is a concern because we have an astronomically high tide. So that's more of a concern on the Cape, is the tide, the flooding, the beach erosion. Yesterday, I took a walk on a beach that I haven't been to since the last storm we just had, and I couldn't believe the change to the whole structure of the beach. It was completely different than had been before. The water is a powerful, powerful force, and that's what we have concerns with more than the snow when we're here on Cape Cod. So what did you think about my plans for 2024? Do you think I'll get them accomplished? What are your plans for 2024? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. I love questions. I love advice even more. And I'm pretty good about responding to all the questions and comments on my YouTube channel. So thank you for watching. I will try to insert some video at the end of the actual storm so you can see what's happening. Sometimes they predict a foot and we get an inch. So we'll see. Well, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, get out there and grow. Bye-bye. It's just starting. It's coming down pretty heavy. It's coming down at a pretty good clip now. Just starting to stick. So it is now about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't know if it's really coming across, but it's snowing and it's really starting to blow a little bit. Unfortunately, it is a heavy, wet snow, so you can see my tree right there is splitting with the weight of the snow. It's really not that much on the ground yet, maybe 4 inches, 5 inches maybe. I don't know, but we're gonna try to go down. If the wind isn't too strong, we're gonna go down and look at the ocean. But if the wind's too strong, we won't, because I'm afraid of tree limbs falling. Hard to see on camera. I'm gonna go out and just take the snow. Ooh, come on, Morty. Off of my hoop house. You guys can have a look around. Oh, it's starting to blow, guys. You can't really tell, but it's starting to blow. I don't really mind the snow and that, but the wind with this heavy, wet snow on the trees is a little scary. You can see it's starting to pick up. Of course, every time I put the camera up there, it slows down. But I'm just coming out to my garden. What a difference a day makes, guys. What a difference a day makes. I'm gonna take the snow off the top of this because I don't want it to collapse. I don't think it will, but it's a really heavy, heavy snow. My goodness. Let me do this. I just wanted you guys to see how pretty. It actually is really pretty though, right, guys? Guys, it's the next day and the sun is out. And I don't, this camera won't capture how beautiful it really is. It just doesn't capture the light. And it's really, really stunning with all the snow on the trees. All sparkly and pretty.